the first one, yes, that factors as a difference of squares. X minus 7x plus 7. When we look at the second one, that'll factor with x and x. Two things that give you 49 will be 7 and 7, and both would be plus to give you the plus 14. Again, each time you factor, you should multiply it out in your head to double check that it works. Now, when we're looking at our denominators, in order to add or subtract, we need a common denominator. There is an x plus 7 in common, but this one has two x plus 7s, and this one has an x minus 7. So this one will need an x plus 7 on top and bottom. And this one will need an x minus 7 on top and bottom. Just have to wait. And you probably can finish it from there on your own. Because obviously I can't finish it on my own. Oh, it looks like it's... There we go. And now we have a large denominator. I would leave it factored. X plus 7, x plus 7, x minus 7. And on the top, I'm going to get 7x plus 49 there, plus 3x minus 21 there. I have like terms. So I can add those like terms. Now, I'm going to also recommend for you, when you're doing your work, okay, that in between, I don't know if you notice, but like in between here and in between here, I leave a little bit of space while I'm doing my work so that my fractions, we have so many fractions that they can, if you write them tight together, sometimes you forget what's where, trying to keep it organized. Give yourself a little bit of space, use more room, especially on tests and quizzes, use extra space. We're going to combine our like terms here. I'm going to get 10x 49 minus 21 is plus 28. Technically, I can factor the top here. I can take out a common factor of 2, leaving me with 5x plus 14. But none of the factors are identical, so we are done. Okay? Some things that students start to do which causes problems. Okay? Yes, I am aware that having a big denominator like this one and having to rewrite it over and over again in each step is a bit annoying. But you have to. Every time you write the next line, it has to equal the line above it. So even though all I wanted to do was add these and then factor it, I have to write the denominator every single time. Now, to put it in perspective, right? There are 3 numbers, 3 letters, 3 plus signs, which counts for 9 letters, right? How many letters is it to write your full name, first and last name? It's probably more than 9 for most of you. It's not that long to write out your name. It's not that long to rewrite the denominator. But for some reason, this seems more annoying, right? When they ask you to quickly write a paragraph in English, you have no problem doing it. Think about how many letters you write at that time. So don't take shortcuts in math because you're not actually writing that much. Question?
Is it okay to write x plus 7 squared times x minus 7?
That would be fine. So you can write, because x plus 7 times x plus 7 is the same as x plus 7 squared, you can write it that way as well. Okay, the textbook probably talked about non-permissible values. X can't equal -7, and x can't equal 7. Those are the only places that were divided. Okay, I'm going to start a new page for part B. Are we ready? Everybody good? In part B, we need to factor first. So we had an n minus 3 on the top. And on the bottom, you have n squared plus 3n minus 18. It's going to be n and n. Minus 18 and plus 3 would be plus 6 and minus 3. For the second one, minus sign. We have an n minus 2 on the top, that'll get grouped together. And on the bottom, we have n squared plus n minus 20, so that will be plus 5 minus 4. So, there is a place in this one where a mistake can be made which will make your life more difficult. And there's a place in this one where if you notice something, your life can be easy. We need a common denominator to add fractions. However, sometimes when you're adding fractions, things can be simplified in that fraction already. Can you see that this is allowed because we're multiplying? And that would reduce the top to just be a 1. The n minus 3 cancels out with the n minus 3 on the bottom. Why is that nice? Because now, when I'm looking to get my common denominator here, I only need to add one of them to this one. I still need to add 2 of them to this one to get my common denominator. And my common denominator is going to be n plus 5, n minus 4, n plus 6. My first one, I do have to multiply these out on the top to combine like terms. So the first one, this n plus 5 times n minus 4, I'm going to write it in brackets. Okay, this is easy to multiply out. Why is it easy to multiply out? Because it's exactly what was on the bottom before. So we're going to get n squared plus n minus 20. Then we're subtracting. And if I multiply n minus 2 times n plus 6, I'm going to get n squared plus 4n minus 12. And I put that in brackets as well. Why is it important that I put that in brackets? Because we are subtracting, which means this subtracting, we're subtracting all of it. Subtraction will go there, it will go there, and it will go there. So when I combine my like terms on the top, and again, I have to rewrite the bottom. It does not take that much time. I'm going to get n squared minus n squared. Those are going to go away. I'm going to get n minus 4n, which gives me negative 3n. And I'm going to get negative 20 minus a negative 12, which will give me negative 8. That will get grouped together. If you don't see that the n minus 3 cancels out, and you do this question, it will take 5 to 10 minutes longer. That's how much added work not noticing that is in this question. Because having that not noticed, you will get n cubes that you have to multiply out on the other side. And then you're gonna have to use complicated factoring to simplify it. This one, we are all done at this point. So, checking where we're dividing, x can't equal minus 6, x can't equal 4, and x can't equal negative 5. And you have to be careful, because originally, right here, we were dividing by another factor, so we have to add also that x can't equal 3. Six, 7, 10, 12, and 13. And we'll leave example 3 for tomorrow.